Well, thanks for sticking with us as we cover a tragedy in Charlotte that happened yesterday. 4 law enforcement officers were killed yesterday after being met with active gunfire from a suspect.
3 of the fallen officers were on the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force. And tonight we're looking at what exactly that task force does.
Yeah, Megan Bragg is here with our Verify fact check. Megan?
Yeah, that's right, guys. And the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force is made up of several agencies in the Charlotte area. The United States Marshals Service currently leads 56 local fugitive task forces nationwide. But what are they tasked with doing? Let's get the facts.
Deputy Director of the U.S. Marshals Service, Ronald Davis, spoke at a news conference Tuesday and says the Fugitive Task Force consists of over 16 agencies that cover North Carolina.
What we've seen yesterday of how local, state, and federal law enforcement come together, share resources, make sure that the force multiplier, removing those violent and most dangerous from our community and the safety of our community.
A U.S. Marshal for East Tennessee, David Jolly, says if his agency is on the case, they're usually handling the worst of the worst.
So that's what normally comes to the task force, or the most violent cases. So homicide cases, violent sexual assault type cases, rapes would qualify for that.
Jolly says the U.S. Marshals Task Force might also handle larger scale drug offenders if they're under federal charges, and also some white collar crimes. Since the U.S. Marshals are dispatched to such violent crimes, Jolly says his team has to be prepared for any and all situations.
We try to tactically handle situations so that minimizes any opportunities for the people we're going after to shoot at us or turn into a bad situation or those kind of things. But sometimes they happen because that's the type of people that we're dealing with.
Deputy Director Davis says the U.S. Marshal's Office provides significant training to all of its task force deputies and officers. He says they recently refined the training back in 2011, which was a particularly deadly year for the U.S. Marshal's Office.
We will review this incident to see what there's lessons learned, what can be done. We are always striving to find ways to reduce deadly encounters and save lives.
And guys, there's also another fugitive task force right here in Charlotte. The Carolinas Regional Fugitive Task Force began operations in January of 2018 and is headquartered, like I said, right here in Charlotte. That task force has partnerships agreements with more than 70 federal, state, and local agencies.
All right, Megan, thank you for verifying all of that information for us. We appreciate you.